Hey guys, this is Lauren.
And this is Tim.
Here with Concise Tech. Today we're going to be reviewing another Treblab speaker.
Yep, so today we have the FX100. So I reviewed on one of my other channels, the HD7. We previously put out a review on the HD77, which we loved. And then this is the FX100. It's about the same size, I'd say, as that. This is more of a rugged build. It's a little bit different spec-wise, and it's got a little bit of a different purpose. So we're going to go over that with you guys today, concisely.
So the form factor on this one's a little bit different, guys. It's a little more rugged. You've got a little more rubber on it. It's made to be a little more outdoors. You've got kind of some ports here with this part that you can just kind of pull off, which fits pretty snug, so that's nice.
So with those ports that Lauren mentioned, the cool thing is that this is a 7,000 milliamp hour battery in here, so you can actually use this also for a power bank purpose. So you have a full-size USB right here, and then there's a micro USB port right there for 5 volt. But it is cool because it gives you some indicators within here. It goes from 25, 50, 75, and 100%. So you can kind of see those lit up as you go, and that gives you a good indication of how much of the battery life is left. So it does have this DC out button right here, but basically when I plugged in the USB to this device, it just powered it up initially. I didn't have to do anything special. Actually, this lightning bolt that you're seeing back here, this kind of LED neon design, I actually had that plugged in there because that has a USB connector on the end of it. So I had that powered for a little while I was shooting a video the other day, and it did really well at keeping that powered.
This speaker is 10 watts and it can play up to 35 hours. That obviously will depend on how high a volume you play it.
Yep, yeah, the higher volume it's going to go quicker, but you know, this thing too, it's 10 watts, so it's not quite as high as some of the other speakers we've tested. So that HD7 is a 15 watt speaker, and then the HD77, which we just reviewed recently, that one is 25 watts. So that gets louder. This one's not going to get quite as loud as those ones, but then the plus is that you get longer battery life out of it as well, because those are not rated for as long as this battery.
Yep. Since the battery life is so long, the charging time is a little longer on this. Charging time is about 10 hours for a full charge on this one.
So this one is IPX4 resistant, which means it's resistant to splashes from any direction. The other models that we just mentioned, the HD7, HD77, those are IPX6 resistant, which is a little bit more of a stronger current it can resist. So this is going to be good for splashes, you know, drizzling, rain, that type of thing. So for most things, and talking about the rugged build quality of this, it's going to be good for outdoors. You know, if you like drop it in a stream, that's where you might run into where it's a little too much water, but it's probably going to be fine for most of your outdoor activities. If it gets a little bit wet, whether it gets splashed, it's drizzling, you know, rains on it a little bit, all that stuff should be okay.
So this speaker does have the TWS support, so you're able to pair 2 speakers together, just like the other models that we had talked about.
Yep, and that's very easy to do. That's something we did with the other Treblab speakers, but it's really cool because then if you have 2 of these, you basically get a stereo effect. You can set them a little bit apart, and you can basically double your volume and kind of space out your listening area.
So this is cool too, because if you guys take this speaker with you while you're hiking, it can serve as a power bank for your phone. It also is nice because in the design it has a little metal clip for a carabiner clip, which is nice.
So you can hook it onto a backpack or something like that. So this is also Bluetooth 5.0, so you know, most new devices, that's what you would hope for nowadays. Bluetooth 4.0, you know, could be a little bit more laggy and things like that. So the Bluetooth 5.0, in all of my experience that I've had with it, basically, you know, there's no lag or very minimal lag. So if you are using this with like a more computer or phone, something like that, and you have maybe some video that you're watching, the Bluetooth 5.0, as long as like the device you're using also has Bluetooth 5.0, you shouldn't notice a ton of lag.
So overall, guys, I think this is another great Treblab speaker. The build of it's really nice, very portable.
Yep, so like I said, this is geared more for the outdoor crowd and stuff like that, a little bit more rugged. You know, there are those other speakers we talked about, like the HD7, 77. We're going to be reviewing the HD Max coming up as well. So yeah, if you're kind of in this category, you want a little bit more rugged build, you want maybe a little bit longer play time. You know, it doesn't get quite as loud as those other ones, but this does have that TWS function as well, which is pretty cool.
The link for this product will be in the description down below, so if you guys are able to purchase through that product, it is an affiliate link, which does help us out.
So you guys comment down there below with what you think of this speaker. Like I said, we have an HD77 review out that we just dropped about a week or 2 ago. We're also going to be having that HD Max speaker coming up, so definitely subscribe if you want to see that type of content. We review other tech on this channel here too at Concise Tech.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.